Welcome to Unmasking the Gods, lifting the veil on religion, power, and myth. Across the world, cultures gazed upward to the tallest peaks and saw not just stone, but the throne of heaven. The mountain became the cosmic pillar, the place where gods dwelled and where mortals climbed to meet the divine. If you're fascinated by how myth and cosmos intertwine, make sure to like, subscribe, and share so more seekers can join this journey into the sacred. Why mountains? Because they rise above the ordinary. Their summits pierce the clouds. Their peaks disappear into heaven's domain. They seem eternal, immovable, reaching beyond human grasp. To the ancients, mountains were natural temples, the axis where the earth touched the sky. And so they became the most powerful symbols of divinity, the stages where myths unfolded and revelations descended. In Mesopotamia, where flat plains stretched as far as the eye could see, people built their own mountains. These were the ziggurats, massive stepped towers of brick that rose above the landscape. Each was a man-made mountain, designed as the dwelling place of the gods. At the top stood the temple, the holy chamber where heaven and earth met. The famous ziggurat of Babylon, known as the Tower of Babel in the Bible, embodied this vision. Humanity sought to climb to heaven itself, but the divine responded with scattering. The ziggurat shows the earliest belief that mountains, whether natural or artificial, were bridges to the eternal. Egypt too built mountains, though theirs were shaped as pyramids. The pyramid was not only a tomb but a cosmic symbol, a stairway to the stars. Its triangular sides mirrored the rays of the sun, and its peak pointed directly to the heavens. Pharaohs were buried within them, not to rest but to ascend. In texts carved on stone, the dead king was said to climb the pyramid sides as if they were steps, rising into the eternal sky to join Ra, the sun god. The pyramid was a mountain of immortality, fusing stone, sun, and soul into one. The Hebrews placed their holiest encounters on mountains. Moses climbed Mount Sinai to receive the law, hidden in fire and cloud. The mountain shook, thunder roared, and the divine voice spoke. Later, Zion became the sacred hill of Jerusalem, the dwelling of Yahweh. Here we see the same cosmic truth. Mountains were chosen as the place where heaven touches earth. They were thresholds where humans approached the divine and returned transformed. In Greece, the mountain became Olympus, the shining peak where Zeus and the gods held court. High above mortal eyes, the Olympians lived in a realm of feasts, councils, and battles, unseen by those below. To climb Olympus was impossible. Its summit was hidden in mist. It was not geography but theology, a declaration that the gods live above, ruling the world from on high. Olympus became the archetype of divine residence, repeated in cultures that placed their gods on peaks. The symbolism of the mountain was more than elevation. It was axis mundi, the axis of the world. The base rooted in the earth, the summit rising to heaven, the middle forming the human realm. To stand on a mountain was to stand in the center of existence, suspended between dust and eternity. No wonder prophets, sages, and heroes sought their revelations on summits. Mountains were not only landscapes but pathways to transcendence. Throughout these traditions, one pattern is clear. The higher one climbs, the closer one comes to the divine. Whether by stone steps of a ziggurat, the hidden caves of Sinai, or the slopes of Olympus, ascent symbolized spiritual transformation. The journey up was always a journey inward, a pilgrimage not only across rock but through the soul itself. This is the foundation of the cosmic mountain, that to rise above is to seek the eternal. We will continue this climb, from Mount Meru to Mount Kailash, from Norse myths to Native American sacred peaks, from the mystical summits of shamans to the modern towers of glass and steel, that still echo humanity's longing to touch the heavens. The cosmic mountain did not belong to one people alone. It appeared in nearly every civilization as the center of the world, the throne of the gods, and the path of the soul. Having explored the foundations of sacred peaks in Mesopotamia, Egypt, Israel, and Greece, we now climb higher, into Asia, the Americas, and beyond. Here the mountain is not only symbol but living presence, revered across time as the eternal summit. In Hindu cosmology, the center of the universe was Mount Meru. This mythical mountain rose higher than any earthly peak, its summit touching the heavens, its slopes home to gods and sages, its base anchoring the world. Around it revolved the sun, moon, and stars. Meru was the axis of the cosmos, a pillar of reality itself. Indian temples with their tall spires were designed as miniatures of Meru, so that every act of worship mirrored the cosmic ascent. To walk into a temple was to climb the mountain of the gods. Nearby stands Mount Kailash, a physical mountain in Tibet that has become one of the most sacred places on earth. Hindus see it as the home of Shiva, Buddhists as the dwelling of Demchok, Jains as the site of their first liberation, and the Bon tradition as the axis of the world. Pilgrims do not climb it but circle it, walking around its base in reverence. The mountain itself is seen as too holy to be stepped upon. Kailash reveals how geography and myth merge, turning a natural peak into a cosmic throne. The Norse too spoke of mountains in cosmic terms. They believed that the very bones of the giant Ymir formed the peaks of the earth. The mountains were remnants of primal chaos, ordered into the structure of the world. For them, mountains were reminders of the raw power of creation, silent witnesses to both the violence of origins and the promise of permanence. Among Native American traditions, sacred peaks stand as world centers. The Lakota people honor the Black Hills, calling them the heart of the world. The Navajo hold the 4 sacred mountains as the boundaries of their cosmos, each mountain tied to a direction, color, and spirit. To climb these mountains was not just to move upward but to walk into harmony with creation itself. Shamans across Siberia, Mongolia, and the Arctic imagined mountains as ladders for the soul. In ritual, the shaman spirit ascended a sacred mountain, crossing from the earthly plane into the heavens. Each step brought new visions, each peak new wisdom. For them, mountains were gateways, their summits doors to the spirit world. The mountain as cosmic center appears in philosophy as well. Mystics spoke of the mountain of the mind, the inner summit reached by meditation, prayer, and enlightenment. Just as climbers push their bodies to scale Everest, seekers ascend inward peaks of discipline and devotion. The mountain became the metaphor of transcendence, arduous, demanding, but rewarding with vision at the top. Even today, the symbolism endures. Cathedrals rise with spires like mountains. Skyscrapers pierce the clouds, and astronauts climb beyond even Everest into the silent heights of space. Humanity still builds mountains of stone, steel, and fire, always reaching upward, always seeking the summit where earth touches heaven. The cosmic mountain tells us something profound, that within us lies the same longing as those who built ziggurats, pyramids, and temples. We yearn to rise above, to climb, to find the place where silence, sky, and spirit meet. The mountain remains our metaphor of transcendence, immovable yet inviting, daunting yet filled with promise. The eternal summit is not only stone and snow, it is the journey itself, the striving upward, the discovery that beyond every ridge lies another, beyond every peak, a higher one still. And yet, in the climb, we discover the divine not only above, but within. Thank you for watching Unmasking the Gods, lifting the veil on religion, power, and myth. If this journey into the cosmic mountain has inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share so more people can walk this path. Remember, you are like the mountain, rooted in earth, but always reaching for the summit of the stars.